Just to briefly recap, we've years later, and now the impacts from Milton already being felt. Milton has a significant risk for
on Port Manatee as well as on Port Tampa Bay.
Will hopes an aqua effects will hold back the storm surge when Milton arrives and makes landfall tonight. The barrier can withstand floodwaters up to 15 feet above sea level.
They'll have the current intensity. We'll talk about what's going on. And there are some tornado warnings down in Florida. So a lot for us to break down for you.
Hey, what's up? So we decided to stay in during the hurricane today. Hurricane Milton is coming in like 8 hours or so. Right now it's like almost 1 o'clock. So just want to do a small video of us during the hurricane. It's one of the most devastating hurricane in Florida, besides like Katrina or Irma and all the other hurricanes, recently. But we decided to stay in Florida. Yeah. So it's basically Milton, right? Hurricane Milton. So Hurricane Milton started off in the Gulf Coast at a Category 5, but it's working its way towards Florida, and it's dropping down to a Category 3 or 2, they said, but I don't know if it's going to pick up or not. It's covering up pretty much the entire Florida at the moment. A lot of people are evacuating, especially towards Tampa and down south. Anywhere towards the coast should be evacuating, but we're not. We're almost towards the center, north center of Florida, and we stay in like a little mobile home. But we're gonna ride this one out. We're gonna ride this one out. I think we should be okay, but we'll see. Like I said, Hurricane Milton will be part of the worst hurricane since for a while. I don't know. Hurricane Helen, it was pretty devastating, especially in Tampa. but I think we should be fine. We've been getting hit by like 3 or 4 different hurricanes this year. What year is this? 2024. Yeah, we'll see the aftermath, but we're hoping it's not as bad as it sounds. Just 6 or 7 hours till it hits Florida. Right now just drizzling, just drizzling. So it seems like it won't be too bad, but I'm no meteorologist. But we did a little preparation beforehand. We prepared on Hurricane Helene, and bought a few other things. So we still have like preparations from before, but we didn't have to prepare too much this time. Yeah, so pretty much that's it. I don't know what else to talk about. It's just a hurricane. Hurricane happen every year around this time, but for it to make landfall and make it to the news is usually like on a rare occasion, almost on a rare occasion. The last hurricane we heard that was major was back in we had one last year, but a major one is probably like back in 2016, 17 or something like that. Helene was one of the top 10 or top 5, I can't remember, in death counts, if I recall. That I saw on the news not so long ago, but over like 120 people, died. But But where we stayed out in Gainesville, it was pretty much the same thing. We just got strong winds, heavy rain for the night, and then it was all over the next few days. Just drizzle the rest of the weekend. But yeah, we're just gonna see how this one go. Oh, we did have power outage, but the power outage didn't last too long. Probably like a day at most here. It was like a night and a day or something. That's about it. And it was hot. It was hot. I mean, there's no AC, nothing. There's like nothing but heat coming out of these walls and floors, or whatever it is. Just build up so much heat in this little tiny home. Yeah, pretty much. We still have running water, which is new. Normally, when the power is out, we don't have water, but surprisingly, we did have water this time around, and then that was good because we could flush and wash up and all that stuff. But this time, he was like, he couldn't handle it, he couldn't manage it. We had like fans ready, so we charged up a whole bunch of fans, like portable fans, bought a whole bunch of batteries, food, groceries, a cooler, water, a lot of things that, if anything happened, we would be stuck if without power and at home. We already have all the necessary things. Board up one of the windows. I board up one of the windows. We're surrounded by trees, so the trees kind of gets me nervous. But when I think about it, the trees might be a friend because like it could help us protect. It could protect all the debris from flying from us, like to us. I meant, but we'll see. So far, just a few branches broke off, but other places I've seen big trees that fell. But hopefully, just praying uh, for these trees to withstand this hurricane and all. Maybe give a tree a hug after. Go kiss a tree. Maybe a tree will appreciate us more if we give it a kiss. Yeah, well, I'm gonna put Jasper to sleep for the time being and save me some space on my phone. So we're gonna skip this part until something happens or something. I don't know. Like we still have 6-7 hours before the hurricane hits. So during that time, I'll probably just record more during that time. But right now, I'm gonna cut it short because the editing process is a little hefty, and it's too much work. I have to rewatch everything. But I'm gonna cut it short now. I know. I'm putting him to sleep right now.
Deteriorating conditions across the great state of Florida as Milton makes landfall. We're talking about powerful winds and waves slamming the Florida coast, first the Gulf, now eventually the Atlantic. Fox weather correspondent Robert Ray is live in Bradenton, Florida, which I'm not so sure if the eye didn't cruise right over you at some point there, Robert.
Yeah, Kevin, Janice, everyone watching. We actually moved from Bradenton, where we took over 100-mile-an-hour winds. We're in Tampa now, guys, and look at this. This is a partial building collapse here in downtown Tampa. It is raining, and it is gusty winds.
The University of South Florida, and oh my God, just look at this. An incredible amount of flooding just from all the rainfall, and a nearby lake over here. I have never seen this by the University Plaza area, and I used to live here for many years.
Businesses all shut down as folks try to take off and avoid Hurricane Milton, trying to take cover in nearby hotels if they can make it. Ari Sorsolari, our Fox weather correspondent, is live in Orlando with the very latest there. We were talking earlier, and I was almost optimistic there for a while, but because we know, Ari, the bands will continue to come back around, we may be just looking at the calm before the new storm, right?
Yeah, I would say that's accurate. Now, you know, if you're talking about wanting to be optimistic, I don't think that's an unreasonable thought, because I would say probably the worst of it has come through already. You know, you guys saw what was going on in Daytona Beach with Haley. That was kind of that north side of the eye wall, the most intense part of it. That's trying to wrap around a little bit. I don't think the backside's going to.
They're on their own now until after the storm. I'm Mark Ockerplin, Boston 25 Chief Meteorologist Kevin Lemanowitz, tracking Milton. And Kevin, this is going to be a devastating storm.
It is, and the latest fixes in from the National Hurricane Center. The eye has opened up somewhat, so it's in a weakening stage, but it's weakening from such a powerful storm that it still has winds 120 miles per hour. Remember, at one point, this was a Category 5 with 180 mile per hour winds. That downgrade in the speed certainly plays a part in this forecast. Now, it's 60 miles west-southwest of Sarasota, Florida. It is moving toward the northeast. It is going to be very close to coming right up Tampa Bay, which, if it had maintained its strength, would be the absolute worst-case scenario. In this case, it would still be a worst case for the storm.
In our camper, and we were here for about a couple days until it turned into a Category 4, then a 5. And at that time, Fort Wilderness asked us to either find somewhere else to go or cancel because they were closing the campgrounds Wednesday at 11 a.m.
So obviously at a campground, they say that's shutting down. So I didn't get it. Where are you right now? Are you on Disney property or off it? Where?
We are.
Okay.
Yes. We are at Port Orleans, Riverside.
Oh, sure.
Right,
I know that very well. Okay.
Yes, that's where we were moved. They were wonderful. All we had to do was call their number to transfer our booking over here. But we did have to wait on the phone about an hour because phone lines were just so busy.
Yeah, but you did have that happy music and everyone wishing you a happy day. But let me ask you a little bit about this. You know, Disney, all their hotels then there are booked, and a lot of people were there and now are stranded, and the parks, I guess, are closed. Are they giving you any sense